there, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently sitting in my backyard. Hopefully we don't get a whole lot of wind feedback and cars driving by, but I just wanted to film outside because it was super nice out. So that's where we are today. I'm obviously going to my last day of volleyball divisionals. I always say volleyball divisionals, I mean basketball divisionals. And I just got thinking about how many lasts I've already had as a senior. Hasn't even fazed me. When I was a sophomore or a freshman, I remember being super sad when the seniors left, and now I kind of feel that same feeling they had, like they just didn't really care and were just ready to go and ready to move on with their lives. And so I'm kind of half and half, like sad that I'm leaving, but also happy that I'm leaving. Today I wanted to talk about a couple things that I've learned in high school. There's obviously too many for me to elaborate on all of them, but I want to talk about 5 different things that I have learned in high school. So the number one thing that I have learned while being in high school is to just be yourself. And I know that kind of sounds like cliche because everyone has heard that at least once in their high school career. Just be yourself, just be yourself. And stop comparing yourself to others, because in high school, everyone is kind of searching for their own place. And so to compare yourself to someone who's still trying to find that is kind of silly. Like, it just wouldn't make sense to try and be someone you're not and also try and be someone that they aren't either. Like, they haven't fully blossomed into what they want to be. And so high school is just kind of the place where you're learning to become that person. Anyway, the advice I have to give you is to just, oh my goodness. All right, I think we're gonna have to move inside because it's getting way too windy. All right, let's go. All right, I have moved locations. It's blowing so hard outside. I don't know what happened. I was literally just I looked outside and the sun was out and it was shining. Back to what I was saying about not comparing yourself to others. It can be really hard to find who you are truly in high school because everyone is just trying to find something that makes them them. And there's just so many distractions and things going on. It's really difficult to just be like, oh, that's me. When in doubt, speak with confidence. Wear things that make you feel good, not what's popular and not what your friends tell you to wear. Wear something that makes you truly feel good and do the things that make you feel good. And I can tell you that in both middle and high school, no one is completely confident in the things that they're doing. A lot of people are just kind of winging it, and I mean, that's pretty much what I did, and I made it. Something that really helped me when I was I guess I'm still in high school, but something that really helped me throughout all of my years was to look ahead and think of all of the things that keep me going. I really love to cheer, obviously, and so I would always look forward to doing that after school. Or there's a lot of people that really inspire me, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but Brendan Burchard and Rachel Hollis, and just seeing their things on social media really helps me to be inspired and just keep moving. And on the flip side of being yourself, something that I have really learned and picked up on while being myself was that when you're a confident person and you are truly who you are, people try and pick you apart and try and make you feel like you shouldn't be who you are. That probably sounds terrible, but people really struggle when you have something that they don't have. If you're confident, if you're classy, if you know what you want, people are going to be jealous of that and be baffled and not know what to do with themselves. And I'm an only child, so I kind of had to learn that stuff when I was super young. Otherwise, people would just walk all over me. And that kind of sucks. I never had an older sibling or anyone to really protect me and shield me from all the hate and people would throw at me. So really, you have to decide who you want to be, otherwise people will kind of decide for you. My advice here is to do your best, stay focused on what is important to you, and keep working to find yourself if you haven't already. All those other people that are trying to bring you down really have some soul searching to do themselves. So the second thing that I have learned while being in high school is to not sweat everything academically. Like, I know it's super, super important to get good grades. I just remember throughout my sophomore and freshman years, I would go home and freak out because my grades weren't 100%. And I mean, I was giving my all and doing my best, but it just wasn't meeting the standards that I set for myself. And there's nothing wrong with studying, but there comes a point where you just have to decide if it's really worth it. And I know that some people will probably think differently about this, but when you beat yourself up as much as I did, you would know that it just wasn't worth it. And when I was younger, I moved cities, but I went to an elementary school where I didn't have many friends, and I felt like I couldn't ask the teacher for help because she would get mad at me. And I lost 6 months of schooling. I still don't know cursive. I'm almost 18 and still don't know cursive. And so I had a bunch of catching up to do, which kind of sucked, but I got through it. And my point here is to not freak out. Even if your grades are low, there's always a way that you can get them back up. Look for extra credit, talk to your teachers, like ask questions, make sure that you're understanding everything. But my main point is don't freak out if your grades aren't the best, because there is a way that you can get them up, and it's not the end of the world if they don't meet your standards. And my third point, the pressures of having a boyfriend. You knew I was gonna go there. It's like a big part of high school for some reason. I don't know why, it just is. I feel like there's a bunch of pressure to have a boyfriend. Like, you start thinking, oh, I'm not cool enough. All my friends have boyfriends, maybe I should have one. But in reality, it doesn't matter. Like, if you just focus on yourself, like I said before, it's almost more fun to not have to worry about having a boyfriend. Like, you just do your own thing, and that's it. You just do your own thing and have fun and just focus on your life. I just have to say, throughout both my middle and high school experience, I never really thought about boys. I had a small group of friends, and we played the Wii, we ate waffles at 2 a.m. Like, we were very like-minded, and just, we didn't need anything else, so we were just kind of content with being friends, and boys never really crossed our minds. I just have to say, when I was in middle school, I was not very nice to the boys. I was super nerdy, and I was raised as an only child, like I said before, so I was always like told to be independent, and I was, and I made that clear to every boy that ever tried to ask me out when I was younger. And there's nothing wrong with what I did, because I knew what I wanted, and I was really focused on school and my friendships, and I don't know, boys just never really stood out to me all the time. So my main point here is, if you just think about the things that are important to you and you just focus on those and not worry about some spaghetti noodle that literally doesn't care about you, your life will just be so much better. You'll save a lot of time, a lot of energy, money. Plus, why date some boy and be enemies next week when you can be friends with them for a lifetime? Just saying. I know some of you might be rolling your eyes and thinking this is kind of crappy advice, but you'll thank me later. Is this the fourth point? I think it's the fourth point. High school drama. Yes, we have to go there too. And first of all, I did pretty good in high school. I knew everything to say to not get into drama. And even through middle school, I didn't really experience a whole lot of drama. The drama sort of picked up when I became a senior, but I mean, still doesn't really matter to me. All I can really say is to keep your friends close, your enemies closer, and put you first. Don't get walked on. That's basically it. Drama can be started really easily. Like if someone's talking trash behind someone's back and you chime in and that person finds out, it will get blown up way more than you think, and that's pretty unfortunate, but it's true. With my experience with drama, I think girls just find it fun to be mad at each other and take sides. I don't understand it, but that's just how it is. So a pro tip from me, when people are talking trash on someone else, option number 1, zip your lips and walk away from the situation. You don't even have to be a part of it. Number 2, stand up for whoever's being talked about, especially if there's someone that you know and love. But just a disclaimer, that group probably will not accept you after that, but it's just because they see you as an enemy and you supporting someone that they don't support. But you really don't need people like that in your life, do you? And option number 3, my least favorite option, talk trash with them and be miserable, and I promise you, you will. You'll be miserable. All right, and my last point for this video is to celebrate all of your years in high school and just enjoy everything. Literally, they go by so fast and you don't see it coming. I remember being a freshman too, and I was like, high school is going to take a long time. It's a long 4 years. But in reality, it goes by so fast, like incredibly fast. I know sometimes it feels like you want to quit, you want to drop out, because there's so much drama going on, or there's just something going on that you don't necessarily like. And I've heard all my friends say it too. They're like, I just want to be out of high school, I'm tired of this, blah, 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 blah. But what I've learned from any adult, literally any adult, they're always like, enjoy these years, because as soon as you're gone, everything changes, and it doesn't always change for the better. Like, you have to pay bills, you have to do all this other stuff. And I'm sure it's really nice to be independent and be out on your own, but it's also cool to just enjoy life where you're at right now. Because if you're living in the future, then you're missing out. Or living in the past, really, too. So really my advice is to just live in the current moment and appreciate everything that's going on, even if there's a lot of drama, because none of this is going to matter in 10 years from now. Or even a year from now. Like, everyone's gonna part ways, or everyone will part ways eventually. Nothing's gonna matter anymore. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys had a great time with me. I definitely had fun filming this, and I hope you guys can take something away. I think we're done here, so I'll see you guys next time.